Hey, it's Jason Wrobel, aka J-wro, rocking out here at Sunwarrior HQ, bringing you a delicious and easy vegan comfort food recipe today in the form of potato, leek, purple corn chowder. Yeah, it's an interesting superfood take on a traditional potato leek soup with a little more antioxidants and superfood ingredients. And we're gonna go and we're gonna dive in this soup now. So put your floaties on and let's go in the deep end. So the very first step in our recipe is to prepare by sauteing our vegetables. So get a large skillet and go ahead and add a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. And then bring your burner top to a medium heat. Okay, so the oil is nice and hot. So that means we gotta drop some leeks in there. This is one giant leek cut into half moons. Now, as leeks are incredibly fibrous, we wanna saute these for about 5 minutes until they're light and golden brown. Now, to save time with this recipe, what I like to do is, while the leeks are sauteing, is to start warming my broth in my stock pot. I want you to take 1 quart of organic low sodium vegetable broth and add it to a 2.5 to 3 quart stock pot. Now go ahead and bring your veggie broth to a medium heat, cover it, and wait till it starts simmering. So after a few minutes of really sauteing those leeks, I want you to add 5 large cloves of minced garlic. So at this point, add your patates. Yes, your patates. What you want to do is saute the potatoes in the leek and the garlic mixture for another 5 minutes, just to get them really soft before we put them in the broth. So at this point, once the potatoes have been cooked for a few minutes, I want you to add some coconut palm sugar to the mix. Now, the cool thing you're gonna notice after you add the coconut palm sugar is that the potatoes start to get a little bit golden, a little bit crispy. Everything starts to caramelize in there. Really, really cool. I love to caramelize stuff. So luckily, our vegetable broth is piping hot and ready to go and ready to receive our vegetable mixture. So carefully, take off the lid and add all your veggies right into the broth. Put your lid on your stock pot and simmer your vegetables in the veggie broth for about 20 minutes. And while that's doing its thing, we're gonna be making a roux. So we're gonna make our roux by adding half of 1 quart of low sodium vegetable broth to our already hot saute pan. Now you can go ahead and put your temperature back on high heat here at the skillet because we want to bring the veggie broth up to a rolling boil and then add our purple corn powder. So take the powder and just sprinkle it in. So remember the big whisk I talked about in a couple recipes ago if you've seen? The return of the big whisk. Now, in making a roux, you want to keep it at a pretty high temperature and whisk it vigorously because it's going to start to thicken pretty quickly. Now, another addition to the roux is a pretty unique ingredient. I'm going to be doing some Sunwarrior Warrior Blend Natural Protein, super high in plant-based proteins. It's a combination of cranberry, pea, and hemp proteins with medium chain triglycerides from coconut. Oh yeah, this stuff right here, we're making soup with it. Once you start getting that extra thickness, take the remaining half quart of your veggie broth and gradually add it in. Okay, so after we've simmered the roux for a good 10, maybe even 15 minutes, we get a really nice, dense, gravy-like consistency. I want you to go ahead and add it right to your veggies and your broth. Now, while you're simmering this a little bit more with the purple corn roux, I want you to go ahead and add a couple bay leaves to the mix. Next, we're gonna add one of my favorite ingredients in the whole world. We have a tablespoon of white truffle salt. Now, this last ingredient in our soup mix is an optional one. I like it because it adds a nice undertone of flavor and a little bit of extra salt. I've got some miso. Okay, so you've got a nice simmering mix of soup here, and I wanna take it and add half the mix very carefully with a ladle to my Blendtec jar. Now, whenever you're blending really hot liquids like soup in a Blendtec or a Vitamix, what you wanna do is make sure after you put the top on, it's extremely secure, and because of the steam rising, you really wanna put a towel on top and press down because hot liquids have a propensity to be a little explosive in a high-speed blender. So after about 15 to 20 seconds, we've got a very hot and very creamy half of the soup mixture, which I now want you to add back in to the original soup base and mix it up. The chowder is ready to go, so let's put it in our clearly marked soup bowl and take it to the face. Now, to finish off the chowder and plate it, add a little bit of ground white pepper and then add a few pinches of fresh dill. And now, of course, we gotta spoon it, because it loves to spoon. It likes to cuddle. You know what I mean? Get cozy. Oh yeah. That's a chowder you're gonna howl for. You're gonna be like, oh! So if you dug my recipe for this potato leek purple corn chowder, give this recipe video a thumbs up and leave us a comment below. Have you ever used purple corn? Do you know about this superfood? And if you have you used it in any of your recipes? So this is Jason Wrobel, aka J-wro, rocking out here with the Sunwarrior tribe at their headquarters, bringing you guys delicious vegan recipes and vibrant living tips for your mouth and your hips. I want to thank Sunwarrior tribe for hooking us up with the awesome warrior blend that went into our roux today. And if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to their YouTube channel for weekly videos, and of course my channel, The J-wro Show, as well. I'm out of here, guys. I got a big old crock pot of soup that I'm going to serve to the staff here, and I will catch you very soon with another delicious plant-based recipe for you and yours at home. I'm out of here. Peaches. Now, purple corn. I'm thinking there's all kinds of cool things we could do with this, right? Like maybe I could come up with like edible paints. Ooh, that's a cool idea, right? For the kids. Maybe we could do like a purple corn purple paint and a red raspberry paint and like a white coconut paint. I think that's something, well, I've experimented with in the past. Maybe I need to roll that out soon, but I think this purple corn would be just the thing.